If you run a farmer's market or sell at one, you need a strategy to get customers to come to market without a lot of money, without a lot of time, and without a lot of resources. Fortunately, we've got one for you that will cost you none of those things. You may not realize it, but most shoppers at the farmer's market come only 1 or 2 times a year. So your best marketing strategy is getting those occasional visitors to come more often. Whoa, wait a minute. You're probably thinking, what? I can hear you saying, you say that most of the people who come to farmers markets come only a few times a year? But most of the people I see are regulars. So who's right? Well, actually, we both are. Let's make things really simple so that the math is easy to understand. Assume that every week at the market you get just 10 people, the same 8 regulars plus 2 visitors. It looks like most of the people are regulars. Then next week you get the same 8 regulars, but now you've got 2 new visitors, different people. And then the same thing happens next week, and the next, and the next. Each week you get the same 8 regulars, and then 2 new visitors. How many weeks are there in your market season? In a 20-week market season, which is pretty normal, you'd wind up with this many total people. You got your 8 regulars pictured at the top, plus 40 visitors for a total of 48 people. 40 out of 48 is a little more than 80%. Now, if you count the number of visits, you got 160 visits from your regulars, plus 40 visits from your visitors. That's a total of 200 visits in the season. So if you count by the number of visits, you get the most visits from regulars. But if you count by people, you get more total people from your occasional visitors. So both things are true. Now, what happens if you get just one more visit from each of those occasional visitors? You get 40 more visits for a total of 240 total visits. That's a 20% increase over the original 200. Now, the real world is actually more complicated than that. Last year we asked a survey. Last year, as best as you can remember, how often did you shop at a farmer's market? Your best guess is fine. And these are the answers we got. 56.7% of people said they came 1 to 2 times. 27% said they came 3 to 5 times. 9% or said they came 6 to 12 times. And less than 7% saying they came 12 or more times in the course of the year. The truth is, regulars don't go every week, and some visitors come more than once a year. The math is more complicated, but the principles are the same. When we do the math, we come up with this. Getting one more visit per shopper will increase the total traffic at a typical farmer's market by 25 to 30%. Not bad. And visitors already know where the market is. They cared enough to come at least once. So your best marketing strategy really is getting occasional visitors to come more often. So how are you going to do that? Well, one way is with the new Farm Fresh web app. You could actually ask your shoppers to install the app and see what it does. It's designed to remind folks to come to market, to make it easy to provide incentives for them to come back, and to increase interest in the market. And it's free. The Farm Fresh web app will remind customers to come to market. We use push notifications, calendar reminders, and other ways to get people's attention automatically, so you don't have to. And reminders work. These aren't our results. We're brand new. But we did find these things, and they make a point. See the first quote from a company called FarmFan, which also sends out reminders. It said it made a huge difference, and that people would have forgotten to come to the market without the reminder. And in a study done in Massachusetts, they showed that the program they did increased customer counts by 42%. Reminders get people to come to market. We have other features in the app as well to promote local food. There's a recipe feature, a shopping list, the ability for you to send coupons and other deals to get folks to market. And that's all free. To get started, download our app for farmers, artisans, and market managers. You can find it on the App Store. You can find it either for Apple or for Android, or just search for FFW Farmer on your App Store. And it's free too. To find out more, you can also go to our YouTube channel.